Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our quadrant layouts for the next week in November. And I've got this Tombow brush pen ready to go, as well as this washi tape I may use, some pre-pulled stickers from the sticker books I'll show, and the sticker books that I pulled them from. So this week is the second week of the November Plannable Challenge, and this week's theme is Moody Hues. So if you'd like to participate, go ahead and post your spreads up on Instagram using the hashtag PlannableNovember2021. We'd love to see what you come up with. Okay, so let me go ahead and lay down some wax paper to get us going. This week I am using the quadrant layout from my shop just to try it out, and I pre-pulled some sticker sheets for the spread, so each one of these is connected to a sticker book, with the top half here being from the seasonal fall and the bottom half being from the watercolor goals. This last sheet being from those Cocoa Daisy sticker sheets that I had loosely connected over there on the side. So with the theme for the week being Moody Hues, I immediately thought of like rainy weather and thought that that might be kind of a fun theme to work off of, mainly sticking with the blue hues. The sticker book with the most blue was the Year to Shine sticker book, and so that top sheet that I'm pulling off of right now, a majority of those stickers are from there, but those watercolor cloudy watercolor looks, those are actually from the watercolor goals sticker book. So just so you know, those ones in particular, that's really where I pulled those from. The quotes and everything else came from the Year to Shine sticker book. Just wanted you guys to get the differentiation because they do look pretty similar, especially when they're side by side. So like I said, I'm going to go for like a moody theme. I pulled some of the blue from the Cocoa Daisy sticker books. I have that sheet there and I do play around with it a little bit, but I end up not using any of the Cocoa Daisy stickers on the final spread, as you'll see. So you don't really need those. If you have the Year to Shine sticker book and the watercolor goals with a little bit of the seasonal fall, specifically for that umbrella, that is where you'll get the most stickers from if you're recreating the spread. Like I said before, this is the quadrant layout from my shop. It's another contender for next year's daily layout. I'm kind of getting to where I want to mix things up. I tried last week the Hobonichi Techo Weeks style printable from my shop for the week. I really like that. It actually was very functional for me, so I may be using that next year for 2022, but still kind of on the hunt to see if there's anything else I like any better, and the quadrant layout was also a possibility for me, I felt. I currently use the quadrant layout in my faith planning and it works beautifully there, but next year for my faith planner, I'm considering doing a bullet journal style of plan for my faith. So with that being the case, kind of frees me up to use a different type of layout here in my daily, and the quadrant layout is one I thought I could really make work. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try this week. As is usual when I'm trying to figure out things for the first time, it's a little bit, rocky for a start, trying to just get a vibe on what really works and how to set things up. For the most part, like the first couple of weeks, the spreads look a little bit more hodgepodgey, and then once I get into a groove, I'll usually find a way to make each spread a little more creative and kind of get a feel for how to lay things out on the regular basis. But because this is pretty new for me as far as using it for daily layout, again, it takes a little while just to get something that I thought was workable and looked good. So I pulled just a bunch of random stickers, anything that was basically in the blue hues that I thought I could pull in here and layer up. So I'm just moving things around, just trying to get balance on the spread and figure out what looks good together. Originally, I was going to do kind of like a rain clouds at the top and a rain puddles on the bottom. So I was using the paper stickers on the top more as clouds since they're kind of lighter in feel, and then using the darker, more clear stickers of blue down at the bottom more as puddles. So that's how I start things off. Things do kind of morph a little bit as we go, but that's what my idea was, just getting things onto the page. There's also a lot of little bitty things that I pulled. So, a lot of little headers and circles, and then I've got some, strips and some boxes, and it's a little bit hodgepodgey. So I'm trying to connect things together, make little clusters of things where I can, so that it's still interesting, but also feels like it's part of one big thing. It comes out okay, I would say, in the end, as far as bringing everything together in clusters, but I've talked about this before on my channel. Things just turned out better if you can group them together. The unfamiliarity I have with this layout kind of led me to leave things a little bit more hodgepodgey, but overall, if you are in a spread and you're trying to lay it out, think about clustering things together as much as possible. Really helps the spread feel more cohesive. So I've cut those two top stickers, the paper stickers of the, now we're going to call them clouds, in half, so I get double the amount of use out of them, and have spread them out across the top. And I'm just laying in a few of these other little random stickers I pulled. This super dark navy blue stickers with these little smaller headers all came from the seasonal fall sticker book. So there are some really nice dark blue tones in there for this week if you're trying to get some ideas for the Moody hues. And it's kind of related to fall, so that's nice to be able to pull in a little bit of fallness since it's really unseasonal specific as far as this color scheme. So like I said, I was kind of playing around with how I was going to lay out. I had a couple of quotes and then this box sticker even that I thought I might be able to pull in. But I don't know, I'm not in love with the way the bottom's looking right now, so that will probably get changed up. I'm also trying to think on each day. I still want to have a place for a focus area and a checklist on each day. So I'm really thinking about that as I lay in the stickers. I don't want to take up too much room with boxes and not give myself any checklist space, but I also want it to look interesting and really play with the blue all across the spread. And alright, so I think I've got a majority of the stuff I'm going to use there on the spread now. Just seeing if there's anything else that would work and that I might want to bring in. But I think I'm ready to just start laying things down and putting in some of the items like the rain so that I can kind of see how everything plays together. So maybe we'll move some stuff around and just see once we get that kind of feature in the top part of it and see how busy things get. I'm going to go ahead and start at the top. I'm going to lay in the watercolor cloud stickers. Also going to go ahead and put in a few things here on the side. And just trying to remember where things were on the spread ahead of time. Really, again, trying to be mindful of where I'm going to need to actually write things in. So this tip I got from Christine over at Twinkle Plans Her Day. I believe that's her handle. And she did this a while back, I think maybe back in spring, where she used the Tombow tip to make raindrops. And I thought that was a really good technique. So just borrowing that here, and the tip of the brush pen is tapered, so it works well if you just push it down a little bit and pick it up. It makes a really good raindrop shape. So that's what I went ahead and did, and that really makes it easy to make some raindrops without too much hassle. Laid a few in, as you could see there, and I'm now going to go ahead and put down some of the stickers on the other side, getting us ready for the other area of rain. Trying to be pretty random, some a little bit bigger, some a little smaller, some close together, some not, and also trying not to overdo it a bit. I think I'm going to keep the rain near the top so it doesn't flow into the functional area too much. Sometimes I like to have it a little bit more intermixed, but I think for now it'll work better if it's just not part of the functional area. And I'm going to go ahead and lay down some of these other stickers that I pulled. Like I said, most of these are from that Year to Shine sticker book, and then some of those smaller items I pulled in, and then umbrella from the other sticker books. Changing things up a little bit on some of these, just because I really wasn't that in love with the way they were before, and seeing them next to the rain helps. And here's where I just changed my mind about the puddles at the bottom and decided to bring in the clear stickers with those paper stickers, which is something you guys know I don't really like to do. But I think it works here, deepens the color on some of the clouds since they would combine with each other in some areas. So I'm going to go ahead and take the plunge and do it. The stickers look very similar, which is kind of unfortunate because I think it was the same shape that I basically cut up for both the clear sticker and the paper sticker. So I'm going to try to fix that with some trimming, as you'll see on the last piece of the clouds, but for now I think that's the best place for it, to add those to the top. I'm also moving the quotes around a little bit too, trying to figure out where I want those now to live since they're not going to be as part of the bottom. And I've laid down that first one, and we'll place that on the top. And then here, like I said, I'll kind of cut this one in half and use it on both sides. And here I think this quote will be fine there, and this other quote maybe at the bottom. I'm not sure which one I want where. I think I want the bigger one here at the bottom, so I will trim this guy out a little bit so it lays flat on the bottom of the day, and then maybe reuse that piece. Same down here, trimmed it out a little bit and might reuse that piece somewhere else. So now that I've got all the clouds up there, I'm thinking maybe I could put some puddles down with this washi tape, but changed my mind on that. And then I remembered, oh yeah, this is an undated spread, so I need some dates. And I was going to go ahead and just write them in, but I decided against it in the end and went with the pre-stickered version, if you will, so I didn't have to worry about writing it in. So I'm going to use that in November, I just don't know where yet, and then I need those tiny little date stickers. Let me go and find those. And there they are. And I'll just use them there at the top. I think I'll look nice and clean. This is a new layout for me, so hopefully it doesn't affect my productivity. It really threw me off the week that I did the blackout spread and did a vertical. I really had a hard time, so I'm hoping that this one will be a little bit more familiar since I do use it for my faith planner. And I'm going to go ahead and lay in some more of these trimmings just to kind of get some use out of them. Also, I had pulled those dates from the Dates and Holidays and Memory Keeping sticker book. That and all of the sticker books I'm using here will be in the description below in case you are looking for something in particular. I'm going to also put in just some checklist dots to get me going on each day so I know where to write in my to-dos. And I'll just use dots this week since I'm using this darker blue. That way I can kind of see my functional elements as I put them in. And I'm going to add in a few more raindrops. I might want to add in a little bit of texture here into this bottom corner. I just feel like it needs a little something. So try this out on the wax paper. And once I'm done with that, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.